to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have the complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I welcome everyone to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined this call? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Mumbai.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining every day and giving your sweet association to us. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Anyone wants to introduce themselves?
Do you have Prabhuji's introduction, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Mataji, or Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Dasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving your valuable time and for your sweet association every day, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji. Sorry, Mataji, I don't have the introduction ready. I'll try to find out. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please introduce yourself. If anyone wants to introduce. Harita Mataji. Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Gurudev. And thank you so much, Mataji, for your wonderful association. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Kalandi Mohan Das from Chandigarh, India. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Kalindi Mohan Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your association here in Bhakti Sangha Japa group. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Maybe we can chant Mataji until Prabhu joins.
Sure, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I think Samaguri Mataji. She has unmuted.
Also share the introduction, Mataji. You can read it.
Okay, you have said Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, in the host group.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Mataji, will you start recording? Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have our speaker, His Grace Nityananda Prabhu, to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 19th chapter, and text number 34. Before moving forward, I would like to read today's speaker's introduction, a brief introduction about Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji is a senior brahmachari from Sri Sri Radha Gopinath temple. His Grace Nityananda Prabhu, originally hailing from Ramananthapuram, Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. He joined the ashram at the young age of 19. He served for a decade in Sri Sri Radha Gopinath temple and then studied under the auspices of Srila Prabhupada's disciple, His Grace Gopi Pranadhana Prabhu, for 3 years. He preaches in English and Tamil languages, and all glories to Prabhuji's all wonderful services. And here it was a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. I would like to request any devotee, if they want to introduce themselves, they can go ahead. Otherwise, we can chant. We can chant. If anyone wants to introduce, they can introduce. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we can see Prabhuji is here. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving your valuable time and association to us and to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. And today's topic is Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 19th chapter, and text number 34. Whenever ready, please take over the call, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. You are on mute, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare.
Okay. Is it shloka comes in the screen or something?
Yes, Prabhu. Indulekha Mataji is saying Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Kramato Gatim Padaikena Ditiyena Divam Vibhoho Kamchakayena Mahata Tariti Yasya Kuto Gatihi. Synonyms. Kramata, gradually, Gam, the surface of the land. Pada ekena, by one step. Ditiyena, by the second step. Divam, the whole of outer space. Vibhoho, of the universal form. Kamcha, the sky also. Kayena, by the expansion of his transcendental body. Mahata, by the universal form. Tariti yasya, as far as the third step is concerned, Kutaha, where is Gatihi, to keep his step. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Vamanadev will first occupy the three worlds with one step. Then he will take his second step and occupy everything in outer space. And then he will expand his universal body to occupy everything. Where will you offer him the third step? Sukracharya wanted to tell Bali Maharaj how he would be cheated by Lord Vamana. You have promised 3 steps, he said, but with only 2 steps, all your possessions will be finished. How then will you give him a place for his third step? Sukracharya did not know how the Lord protects his devotee. The devotee must risk everything in his possession for the service of the Lord. But he is always protected and he never defeated. By materialistic calculation, Sukracharya thought that Bali Maharaj would under no circumstance be able to keep his promise to the Brahmachari, Lord Vamanadev. Kramato gatim padekena. Kramato gam padekena diyena divam vibhoho kamchakayena mahata tariti yasya kuto gatihi. Vamanadev will first occupy the 3 worlds with one step. Then he will take his second step and occupy everything in outer space. Then he will expand his universal body to occupy everything. Where will you offer him the third step? Hare Krishna. So this is a beautiful pastime of Srimad Bhagavatam, the pastime of Vamanadeva. The speciality of Vamanadeva pastime is that in the whole episode, whole pastime, generally when Krishna takes his incarnations, he appears in a Kshatriya family most of the time. Very rarely he appears in any other family. Because there is always a life in appearing in a Kshatriya family. So, heroism, romance, and there is a more closer to the society being a Kshatriya. Being a Brahmana, maybe he may live in the forest as well, or he may just be focused in his own tapasya studies like that. But Kshatriya lifestyle means he's more into society. He can't take retirement as a Kshatriya. That's what Arjuna was trying to do. But Kshatriya has to be in the society in various ways. So Krishna also takes birth as appears in Kshatriya family most of the time. Very rarely he appears as Brahmana. And even Parashurama also appeared as a Brahmana, but his activities are of Kshatriya. And here, Vamandev, it's a very rare occasion that he appeared as a Brahmana. But though in the beginning of the pastime, his role is that of a Brahmana, but when he comes to this stage, like we are about to study, that he forgoes his being a Brahmana or two, and he's going to expand himself and going to cheat Bali. So that has been foreseen by Sukracharya here. Kramato gam padaikena. So Bali asked Vamana that take anything from me, and it shouldn't be that you should go somewhere else after coming to me. That will be like a insult for me, you know. So that was his pride of a Kshatriya, is that he doesn't want to get defeated and doesn't want to say no to anybody who comes for charity. These are all the basic pride of a Kshatriya. Yeah, a Brahmana is not necessarily he has to give charity. He begs also. But a Kshatriya doesn't beg, he only gives. So that is his prime duty, giving charity. So Bali have promised Vamana that take anything from me and you should not go anywhere else. But the Vamana asks, give me just 3 steps. So that become little disappointment for Bali. And he thinks that, oh, you're just taking a small thing from me, but then he'll go to somebody else. So the dichotomy is that a Brahmana should not take more than what he needs, and a Kshatriya takes pleasure in giving in abundance. So a honeybee takes honey from one flower and goes to another flower. So a Brahmana should do madhukari, takes little from others. But for a Kshatriya, that after coming to him and going somewhere else means he is not sufficiently given enough. So that will be like a not bring glory to his stature. So in this way, Bali was not happy that Vamana is taking only 3 steps. But Sukracharya is saying that, no, don't think like that. He looks like Vamana, but he is actually going to take everything from you. So kramato gam padaikena. Kramata, gradually, you know. First he will extend his small step into one step, by which he will occupy the whole. First step, he'll occupy the 3 worlds in one step. That means Bhur Bhuva Swaloka, you know, horizontally he will take everything. And with his second step, he will occupy the outer space. That means the things above heavenly planets. There is Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, all these things will be measured with other feet. But then we may think that what about the rest of the place where his legs did not extend or something, but he says that with his body, he will also expand into, as a universal form, he will occupy everything else, which is in between these 2 steps. You know. So in this way, he will occupy everything, and kam cha khayena mahata tarite yasya kuto gatihi. So what will happen to the 3rd step which you have promised? That is Sukracharya's concern. So here Bali is getting the warning from Sukracharya, but being Bali, he is not going to bother about it. He is going to go ahead. So in Vamanadev's pastime, the interesting is that there is no bloodshed which takes place in other incarnation. Varahadev comes and Hiranyaksha has been smashed and he is killed. Nrsimhadev, no need to ask, only bloodshed everywhere, you know. Hiranyakashipu's intestines are taken out and he's wearing as a garland, you know. And Ram Ravana's chest was pierced and his heads were chopped off, and 9 days of gruesome war, bloodshed everywhere. Even Krishna also, Shishupal head is chopped off, and Jarasanda's army has been driven away, killed so many times, and great Mahabharat war, bloodshed. So whenever Krishna appears in the family of Kshatriya, and there is bloodshed, there is war. But in Vamanade pastime, Vamani Nayanti iti Vamanaha. Vama means Vama means happiness. He who brings happiness to everybody, So if we see the whole Vamanadeva's pastime, we see that Indra has got his share. There is practically, you won't see any villain or in hero without villain. It's very rare, correct? That is Vamanadeva's pastime. So who is villain in Vamanadeva's pastime? Very rare to see, correct? Anybody, any suggestion? Who could be villain in Vaman? Like Ramayana, Ravana is villain. Ram is hero. Mahabharat, so many villains.
Shukracharya, Prabhu.
Shukracharya.
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 One may say Shukracharya, but let's see what happens. Shukracharya. Yeah, Shukracharya villain. Oh, okay. So it appears like that, Shukracharya is villain. But Shukracharya is a Brahmana. And Shukracharya comes not in one place, it keeps coming in various places. When Bali got strength to fight against Devas, then he got the strength to defeat Indra and others demigods just because he worshipped Shukracharya. So Vishnu, being pleased that Bali and their party worshipped Shukracharya or Brahmanas, and they got the strength because when a person worships Brahmana, respects Brahmanas, Vishnu is pleased. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah. So in that sense, Shukracharya comes now and then, in various places, and he has been worshipped and they get strength. But here, if I say Shukracharya is a villain, then finally, later you will see in other coming chapters, Lord Vishnu himself asks that Shukracharya, that Bali have done these things which is against your will. So do you think any discrepancies in the execution of the sacrifice? That Bali, whatever he did, is it in discrepancies in that? So that time Shukracharya says, Mantratas tantratas chidram deshakalartha vastutaha sarvam karoti nischidram anusankirtanam tava. Shukracharya says that whatever discrepancies might have been there in sacrifice due to mantra or tantra, chidram means any imperfections, incompleteness. Mantratas tantratas chidram deshakalartha vastunaha. There might be discrepancies regarding the ingredients brought in the sacrifice. But sarvam karoti nischidram, all these discrepancies are resolved, nullified by what? Anusankirtanam tava, just by the chanting of your holy name, everything is nullified, So here Shukracharya, Prabhupada writes in the purport, the Smarta Brahmana is giving a verdict of the glories of Nam Sankirtan. So in this pastime of Vamanadev, that Shukracharya gets one of the greatest acknowledgement, and he gives he glorifies, he reveals the glories of the holy name and Vishnu and Krishna. So in that sense, Shukracharya also got his. Shukracharya's worry is here he is saying that what will happen to your third step? But the internal question is that more than what is going to happen to the third step, what is going to happen for his dakshina? That is his internal question. So if Bali gives all the wealth of him to Vamanadev, then Shukracharya will lose his job, correct? He cannot be doing any further sacrifices. So that is Sukracharya's main concern, that what will happen to my dakshina, what will happen to my profession. But then Indra's fear, what is Indra's fear? Oh, what will happen to my, if Sukracharya stops Bali, and Bali also hears his guru, the mistake what I did not listen to my spiritual master, I insulted them, that's why I will deprived of my opulence. But here, Bali got all his strength and power because of obedience to Sukracharya. And now Sukracharya is prompting Bali not to give way to Vaman Dev's begging. But then now Sukracharya is advising him. Indra is wondering, in case if Bali, as he would do always, listens to his spiritual master unlike me, then what will happen to my kingdom? What I lost is lost. So that is fear of Indra. So Indra has his own concern, I have to get my kingdom. Sukracharya has his own concern, I have to get my share of my economic condition should be intact. And Aditi has her concern that I have to get my sons, Indra and Party, back in their kingdom. So everybody has their own concern. Bali's concern is that he is being a Kshatriya, Bali should be protected. His lineage, fame should be intact. Ultimately, Vishnu should be pleased. That is Bali's concern. What is Vamanadev's concern? He has to put everything together. Indra should get his share, being a younger brother of Indra. Upendra, Vamana has to get his kingdom back. And Bali should be protected and glorified, as Prabhupada writes in this purport. Sukracharya is concerned that Bali should be protected, but Sukracharya did not, as Prabhupada writes, Sukracharya did not know how the Lord protects his devotee. So he doesn't know how the Lord protects his devotee. So Vamanadev's concern is that Indra should get his share, and Sukracharya, being a Brahmana, should be protected. He shouldn't be get insulted either, and he shouldn't be shown in a like a villain or something. And Bali shouldn't get insulted, and he should get his glory. And Aditi should also become happy, because Aditi only does Payavrata sacrifice, correct? And then he begets Vamana. And Kashyapa, who is Prajapati, who is the father of Vamanadev, he is promised to Aditi that you perform Payavrata sacrifice and you get Vamana and your desires will be fulfilled. His words as a Prajapati Brahmana should be protected. So these are all concern of Vamanadev. So if you look around the whole thing, that everybody has their own concern, correct? In Vamanadev pastime. I don't know, am I missing anybody in this pastime? So Vamanadev, Bali, Aditi, Sukracharya, and Bali Maharaj. Anybody is missing here? So all of them are involved here. Kashyapa Prajapati, of course. But at the end of the pastime of Vamanadev, everybody got their share, correct? Everybody is happy. Indra is happy because he got his kingdom back, correct? Upendra, Vamana become his brother, and Indra got his kingdom back. Aditi is of course happy because his son Indra got opulences back. And Brahaspati is reinstated as a guru of demigods in his position in the kingdom of heaven. And Lord glorified, Sukracharya was glorified because finally he said that nothing is wrong. Vamandev said that, is there something wrong here? Because Sukracharya was not interested in Bali giving charity to Lord Vamana. So Vamanadev taunted, indirectly asked Sukracharya, so something happened which you are not against your will, is there anything wrong? So he said, no, nothing wrong, everything is adjusted and everything is happy, the end is happy. So Sukracharya is also Anusankirtanam tava. There is nothing wrong in the execution of sacrifice. Sarvam karoti nischidram anusankirtanam tava. Smartha Brahmana's verdict on Vaishnava conclusion, which is very rare, like Mahaprabhu was happy, Bhattacharya become Vaishnava, he took the Mahaprasadam. Here, Sukracharya's verdict is more important, that your Nam Sankirtan is nullify all the inauspiciousness. So, and here Vamanadev also establishes that how when a person follows spiritual master, his victory and defeat is based on the spiritual master, his obedience to the spiritual masters. How Indra became deprived of his wealth because of disrespect to spiritual masters, and how Bali got his opulence and wealth because of respectful attitude towards Sukracharya and party, their Bhrigu dynasty descendants. And on the other hand, that even if you follow Brahmana spiritual master, but if that particular spiritual master's instructions is not congenial to the execution of pure devotion service, how by rejecting that a person ultimately gets a supreme benefit, and even the apparent difficulties he may feel is only a temporary and not a temporary and a token mishap just to show the world. So Bali Maharaj was arrested and deprived of his kingdom because he disobeyed his guru. But then the disobeying of guru for higher cause of pleasing Krishna, execution of pure devotion service, actually gives him the highest benefit of being pleased by Vamanadev. So if you see in the pastime of Vamanadev, Vamani Sukhani Nayanti iti Vamana. Vamana means one who brings happiness, Sukha, to everybody. Who in this whole pastime of Vamanadev did not get happiness? Aditi is happy, Indra is happy, Sukracharya is happy. Finally, he said that everything is fine. And Kashyapa Prajapati is happy, Brihaspati is happy. Of course, Bali is all the more happy that he got the grace of Vamanadev's on him. He got lotus feet, touch of Vamanadev's lotus feet touch on his head, and he got special place in Sutala planet. He got opulences also. So Bali is happy. Vamanadev ultimately is happy. So because he could bring forth the greatness of Bali, that how great Bali Maharaj is, that even Vindhyavali, who is wife of Bali, who was kind of disturbed and even sarcastically criticized Bali, because future chapter he will be reading all this thing. She also become happy because she is going to be the queen of Bali in Sutala planet, and she understood. She got the glorious darshan of Vamanadev, and so in this way, such a beautiful pastime. Vamani Sukhani Nayanti iti Vamana. Without bloodshed, great pastime is unfolding. But all any fight, then what happens is that when Bali was arrested, then the Bali's associates, they come to attack Vamana or Trivikrama form. Then Vishnu Dutas, they go and they drew all the Bali's companions. So there's not much focused in Bhagavatam. Is there any bloodshed over there? But nevertheless, this whole pastime is that everybody is so happy, and finally all thing is good, So that is Vamanadev's pastime. So here, there's in a sense, Vamanadev, Vamani, Sukhani. At this juncture, today's verse, what we are reading is that Sukracharya is warning. So this is one sense climax in who is a hero in Vamanadev's pastime. Villain is very difficult to find. Practically, I don't find any villain here. But who is a hero in Vamanadev's pastime?
Vamadev himself only.
Or Bali Maharaj.
Bali Maharaj.
He looks like hero because he's offering, but
So,
because it is God Bali Maharaj, sorry, our Vaman Dev, not able to decide. Both look like protagonists only.
isn't it? In Ramayana, it's difficult to find who is hero. Everybody will say Ram is hero, villain, Ravana villain. Like that in Krishna Lila, who is hero? Everybody will say Krishna is hero, correct? But here, who is hero? Vamanadev, but rather devotees say that Acharyas conclude that Bali is a hero. Bali Maharaj is the hero. Why Bali Maharaj is the hero? Because if we see the condition of Bali Maharaj, moments before he is a king of the three worlds, nobody could even. He's unrivaled king of the three planetary system. And in a moment, he doesn't even have a single penny with him. Literally, person who is having a debt next second, few seconds. So that is his condition. And even that time also, one may think that, Vamana was asking Bali, and in spite of the warning of Sukracharya, Bali gave the promise, he take all these 3 steps of land. That is a heroism actually. How is it possible to do? The whole strength Bali got, all these things. Actually, Bali was dead, isn't it? Bali was dead before in the fight between demigods and the demons. That is Sukracharya who brought him alive again by his Sanjeevani, and he put him in the nectar pond, and he was brought alive by Sukracharya. Can you imagine that you brought alive from dead because of a person, and how much you have to be grateful to that person. The whole existence is because of another person. And not only he was brought alive, but Bali Maharaj was brought to his glory by Sukracharya. He performed Viswajit Yajna, and he got his divine conchal, garland from Prahlad Maharaj, and armor and all these things by all Sukracharya's mercy on him, Sukracharya's contribution, Sukracharya's Bhiksha on Bali. And now Bali has to go against the will of Sukracharya. How tough challenge it is, how difficult it is. And Bali is a hero, he did it. That Vishnu versus Sukracharya. Sukracharya is Aditi gave birth, Bali was born, but he was dead again revived, given second birth by Sukracharya. And Sukracharya is speaking all these things. Don't give what will happen to your third step. All these things he is telling for Bali's advantage, correct? Okay, Sukracharya will also get his share, dakshina, whatever, but it's not absolutely one-sided. It is quite a lot for the benefit of Bali. But going against him for the sake of Vishnu, who is going to cheat him. So that is the greatness of Bali, heroism of Bali. That just like in our bhakti also, to say no to certain things which are, if somebody can say, who is called a hero in nowadays in modern materialistic society, that they sometimes say the boldness of man means he kills so many people, or he fights and he defeats. Nowadays, the boldness of women is how they are exposing their body to this kinds of nonsense boldness. They say, to exploiting women. But what is boldness? What is real heroism means? That the heroism is based on how one can say no to the provoking situation. How one's shama dhamma, one's self-restraint, one's forgiveness, that is heroism. One's following of principles irrespective of all difficulty, that is called heroism. Modesty, chastity of women is called boldness. That is called real boldness. So here Bali Maharaj is boldness, his valor, that is more than his fighting with demigods, is that his heroism is that he could say no to Sukracharya's pressure. So Sukracharya Guru is speaking and is quoting Shastras, but Bali weighing the Sukracharya's Guru statement and his Shastra quotations with the ultimate Shastra that Vedescha sarve ahameva vedyaha yajño vai Vishnu. So he understood the deep purport of the Shastras and the deep essence of the spiritual master's teaching that should have been that pleasing Vishnu, pleasing Krishna. So the decision he took, that is called heroism. And top of that, what Bali did is that after taking this great step of disobeying Sukracharya, then giving the charity to Vamanadev, if that would have been ended like that, we gave the charity and Vamanadev embraced him. Thank you that in spite of I'm going to cheat you, you gave me charity, so I'll give back all your wealth and you be the king of the heaven. And Indra, you wait for next term, like that you could have, if you would have done, still Bali Maharaj would have been glorified. But the next stage is that Vamanadev did whatever Shukracharya foreseen, and then Bali was arrested, humiliated, was deprived, and he was tied with Nagapasha, correct? Garuda ties him up, and he was been insulted in front of everybody. His own wife comes and he says that so many kings and great rulers of the world, they think that they are the great, but the time factor have brought them to their knees and they become dust and they disappeared into the earth. So like these kinds of fools, they deride your authority and they think they are great. And she indirectly taunted her own husband that they are the great, they think they are the great charitable people, but these are all borrowed plumes, that nothing belongs to anyone. Like that, Bali was even taunted by his own wife, and everybody is the hand which is giving charity to others is Bali is standing as a person who could not fulfill his promise. Such a heavy insult. And that time, if Bali Maharaj says that I have rejected my spiritual master, I did everything just to please you, this is what you have given to me, he could have got all the rights to become angry against Vishnu. But Bali, the cream of his heroism is that he did not have any complaint, he did not retaliate, rather he offered his own head. My dear Lord, that you have taken with one step the 3 planets, second step all the higher planets, and with your expansion of your Virat Rupa, you covered everything and nothing I can give you. But I don't want to go down in the history that a person who did not promise fulfill his promise. See, my dear Lord, that the possessor, the possessions are there, the possessor is higher than the possession. So I offer my head to you, please put your thirst upon my head. So he offered himself to Lord Vamana. Atma Nivedana. So without any complaint, he was ready to not only lost everything, but he gave himself to Vamana. That makes him a special hero without any complaint. He himself put himself as the guilty side, and as a criminal he kept himself, though he has all the rights to say that Vamana is criminal as foretold by his guru. But here Bali offered his own head and surrendered without any complaint. That is the heroism of Vamana. So here, that Vamanadev, though as many other incarnation as Ram, Krishna, he steals the main stage. But here Vamanadev appeared to give credits to Bali. Why? Because Bali is giving all credit to Vamana. So in this way, it is a tough challenge to say whether Vamana is hero or Bali is hero. Very often Bali Maharaj steals stage that how Bali is. And that's the verdict of Vamanadev also. Vamanadev confirms in the end, saying that after asking Sukracharya, and Sukracharya speaks about the holy name, Then Bali, Vamanadev says that Janma Ishwarya, anybody who has taken birth, high birth, and who have great amount of wealth, who has great education, who has great fame, and all these opulences are there in a person. But in case if that person doesn't become proud and behaves humbly, then you should understand that that person have received my mercy, my grace. So that's Bali Vamanadev's declaration that Bali was born in aristocratic family, great wealth, great power, great fame, great beauty, but great charitable disposition. But in spite of all these things, that he did not have any complaint. He did not become proud, and he was simply standing there offering himself to me without becoming proud. And that means, Vamandev is saying that means that person have received my mercy. That means to become really humble devotee means it's not easy unless a person receives the mercy of the Lord. That means receiving mercy of the Lord is not easy. That means that becoming really humble is not an easy thing unless a person receives the mercy of Lord. Unless a person receives the grace of Krishna, it's not possible to not to become proud, not to become carried away by our borrowed plumes. So that is the greatness of Bali, that Bali Maharaj's greatness is that he is a hero. Why is a hero? Vamanadev become hero by expanding, and Bali, without expanding himself, by losing everything, he become hero. Vamanadev become hero by expanding, exerting himself, with taking out his steps all the way till Brahmaloka, even piercing the covering of the universe. Thus he has to exert himself to become hero. But Bali, without exerting himself, just being a sold out servant of Krishna, he become even more hero. That is the greatness of Bali. So Shukracharya was born in a great Brahman, as a Brahman. Bali is born in a demonic family. Indra was a demigod, but devotion service not depending on any of these things. Bali become the hero. Prahlad again is born in a demonic family. Vibhishana was born in a demonic family. But Prithu Maharaj is born in a human family. Indra was a demigod. Vritrasura again is a demon. One is a demon. Indra was a demigod. But Hare Krishna. So the external situation doesn't matter. Rather, pure devotion service not depending on any of these things. So Lord is not Naham Prakash Sarvasya Yogamaya Samavrita. He is not bound to reveal to anybody unless he himself desires to do so, to reveal to anybody. We celebrated yesterday Advaita Acharya's appearance day. Advaitam Harinadvaitad Acharyam Bhakti Shamshanad Yeshavataram Yesham Tam Advaitacharyam Ashraye. So he is Advaita Acharya because Advaitam Harinadvaitad. He is not different from Hari, that's why he is Advaita. Acharyam Bhakti Shamshanad, because he is a propagator of pure devotion service, is called Acharya. So Advaita means Advaita means non-dual, same, one. One regarding what? He is one with Hari, that's why he is called Advaita. He is not different from Hari, he is one with Hari, that's why Advaita. Acharya, because he distributes pure devotion service, is called Acharya, Advaita Acharya. And that Advaita Acharya He is a Bhakta Avatara, he is devotee, but he is same Lord himself. Bhakta Avataram Yesham Tam, he is Yesha, he is Yeshwara, Mahavishnu himself. And that Mahavishnu's grace, he is calling Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna's descent cannot be, we can't demand that. Lord cannot be demanded. He has to reveal himself. So, who brought Lord to this world? This call of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya loudly cried for Krishna, Krishna, ye please descend. So, Mahaprabhu appeared because of the call of Advaita Acharya. So, Vamanadev appeared. He gave his grace to Bali. So, unless one gets Krishna's grace, unless one gets the grace of Krishna, one cannot be really humble. One cannot really be perform devotion, pure devotion service. And that Krishna's grace is possible only through great devotees. So Bali attracted that mercy of Vishnu, Vamanadev, Krishna. And what is the proof that he attracted grace of Vamanadev? Because of his disposition, because of his he did not complain anybody. He neither complained, Sukracharya, oh, you didn't tell me properly. He was ready to take the responsibility. Okay, you told me I lose everything. I'm ready. I lost everything now. It's fine. I no complain. He did not complain, Sukracharya, neither he complained or he found fault with Vamanadev, and he neither found himself finding fault of it on his own. Oh, I made a mistake. He didn't regret that he made a mistake. He was the disposition what he had before Vamanadev took away everything, before Trivikram Avatara, and after he lost everything, he has the same disposition. He did not regret anything. So he did not find fault with himself. He did not find fault with Sukracharya. He neither found fault with Vamanadev, nor he found fault with those accused him, including his wife. He just took it as it is, everything, and humbly stood there as a criminal who could not fulfill his promise. So that is the heroism of Bali, and that heroism he could exhibit because he got the grace of Vamanadev. So getting the grace of Vamanadev is a heroism of Bali. And Vamanadev being pleased with Bali, he glorified Bali. So getting the grace of the Lord is not easy. You know, to attract Krishna's grace, one has to exhibit, one has to pass through various kinds of difficulties, tests and all. And when a person gets such a grace of Krishna, then he exhibits such qualities of real humility. As Vamanadev says that unless a person receives my grace, one cannot become humble. One can be, if anybody is seen that they are free from false pride, that means they have attained my grace. So our power cannot bring Krishna. It is a power of his own sweet will. And his own sweet will he gives in the hands of his pure devotees. So Advaita Acharya called upon Krishna. Krishna, you have to come down. In this age of Kali, you have to come down and give her grace. So by the call of Advaita Acharya, Mahaprabhu appeared. By the attitude of Bali Maharaj, Vamanadev gave his grace and protected Bali from becoming proud. And rather, he brought the glories of Bali into the front line, and Bali became the hero of the whole Vamanadev pastime. So, we are nearing Gaur Purnima. Nityananda Trayodasi is coming soon. Nityananda Prabhu, who became the embodiment of Mahaprabhu's grace. Mahaprabhu's grace is flowing through Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu, Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Ram, Abhimanya Shunyanita Nagara Bedai. That with no pride, no false pride, he is simply carrying the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, delivering Jagai Madhai. And Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu tells him that you become the preacher in Bengal, don't come to Puri. So Nityananda Prabhu taking the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he delivered the whole Bengal. Rupa Sanatana Goswami was given Vrindavan by Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself took care of South India. In this way, they preached all over the world, all over India. And taking Nityananda Prabhu's grace, his potency as expansion of Nityananda Prabhu, grace, Srila Prabhupada went all over the world. And Prabhupada says that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Nityananda Prabhu delivered Jagai Madhai, one Jagai Madhai. And by Mahaprabhu's grace, we are delivering hundreds and thousands of Jagai Madhai. So that's Prabhupada's grace. So Nityananda Prabhu's grace, through his grace, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glories are come into light. So all the Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they met Nityananda Prabhu before meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, definitely, most evidently in Panihati, he took shelter of Nityananda Prabhu before approaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then, by the grace of Nityananda Prabhu, he could escape the household life and came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srila Jiva Goswami was personally guided by Nityananda Prabhu, Navadip Dham, and then he brought him to Varanasi and to Sri Vrindavan Dham. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, when he was in Srirangam Dham, when he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with sannyas form and was weeping and crying, oh, what misfortune, I have taken birth in the Srirangam to witness Mahaprabhu's. The sannyas form, doing austerities, lying in the floor, eating frugally. Why I could not see what kind of misfortune, that why I could not see Mahaprabhu's curly hair, cascading till his ears, and beautiful transcendental body decorated with beautiful armlets and bracelets and anklets. Why I could not see Lord's golden body decorated with sandalwood pulp, with various ornaments, his ears with beautiful earrings, and his hair decorated with beautiful flowers, and his neck decorated with beautiful garlands, wearing beautiful yellowish silken garments. So I'm missing all this beautiful form of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and here I'm witnessing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his shaven head and with his saffron robes and doing all austerities, lying in the floor. In this way, Gopal Bhatta Goswami was so much lamenting. He's considering his situation like this, even though he's getting personal service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is so rare to get. But that time, as he was morose and went to take rest, he sees a vision. In that vision, he sees suddenly Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Navadip Dham with his associates, Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Srivas Thakur, Gadadhar Pandit. Mahaprabhu with his beautiful hair, cascaded till his ears, curly hair with beautiful flowers decorated with his anklets, bracelets, and ornaments decorating his beautiful chest and neck, and beautiful dhoti cascading in the air, and beautiful form is dancing and walking in the Ganges, doing Ram Sankirtan. At that time, next to him, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and at that time, Nityananda Prabhu calls Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and as Nityananda Prabhu calls, suddenly dreams broke, and Gopal Bhatta woke up and he was weeping. What the sight I saw now! I seen Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Alas, Nityananda Prabhu was calling me in a boat to speak something to me. Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya were calling me in a boat to say something to me, and dream broke. And he ran towards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's place, where in his home only Mahaprabhu was staying, and he ran to Mahaprabhu's place and paid his obeisances, and with tears in his eyes, he was in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu embraced him, and again he gets direct vision of Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Srirangam Dham. So here also we see Gopal Bhatta Goswami's got the vision of Nityananda Prabhu before he sees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Gaurasundar form in Srirangam Dham. So in this way, all the Goswamis and Acharyas, they are getting Nityananda Prabhu's grace. Raghunath Das Goswami is Prayojan Acharya, but before they got Nityananda Prabhu's grace. And all the understanding of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we get is through the scriptures. Chaitanya Charitamrita by Kaviraj Goswami is ultimately revealed by Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu sent Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami to Vrindavan, that he go to Vrindavan, all your desires will be fulfilled. And on the order of Nityananda Prabhu, Kaviraj Goswami comes to Radha Kund, where he heard from Raghunath Das Goswami, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Whatever he heard from Raghunath Das Goswami, he wrote, put it into words. And that becomes Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, by which we could understand Mahaprabhu's intimate pastimes. Vrindavan Das Thakur, who wrote Chaitanya Bhagavata, was born in Mamagachi, was the last disciple of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and on his order, he wrote Chaitanya Bhagavata, which describes the beautiful pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Navadvip Dham. In this way, Mahaprabhu is revealed during his time to the grace of Nityananda Prabhu to all his acharyas. And he is still getting revealed to the Shastras, to all of us. That is also through Nityananda Prabhu's grace. In this way, Nityananda Prabhu is a spiritual master whose grace only we can get to know understanding of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when you get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace, then we can actually get entrance into Radha Krishna's seva. So without Mahaprabhu's grace, one cannot understand the intricacies of Sri Radha Krishna pastime. And that Mahaprabhu's grace is revealed, we can get only through the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu is a person who makes this grace accessible to even to the most fallen people. Kripa karo, kripa bola karna karo, ami bada dukhi. So those who are miserable, they can get the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. So Kali Yuga is a time where people are miserable, quarrel, hypocrisy. Every time, every place there is some sorrow, always some misery, either spiritual misery or material misery. Materially, people are miserable. And after becoming devotee, also there is misery. Oh, I am not getting this seva, I am not able to chant, I am not able to read, I am not able to become temple president, I am not able to become so many achievements, spiritual aspirations also. In this way, there are so many reasons to become miserable. But one should be grateful that we are got the opportunity to chant Hare Krishna. We got the opportunity to perform devotional service. We got the access to the holy name, and we got the spiritual master. So there shouldn't be any reason for misery. But still, there is so much of unhappiness creeps into the people's heart, all the devotees' heart, and everybody's heart. But when you take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, he makes everybody happy by giving devotions, access to devotional service. And if anybody is happy in performing devotional service, that is a proof that they got the grace of Nityananda Prabhu. So one can pray to Nityananda Prabhu and study Advaitacharya's mercy, grace, that first one should get the grace of Srivas Thakur, then gradually he goes to Advaitacharya and should get Advaitacharya's grace and to perform pure devotion service. Then the grace of Nityananda Prabhu, by which one comes to the mode of pure goodness. And then when a person comes to the mode of pure goodness, he gets the qualification to perform service. Then he is handed over to Gadadhar Pandit, who is not different from Srimati Radharani. And then by Gadadhar Pandit's grace, a person gets the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Sri Radha Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Hi Anya. In this way, one can enter into the service of Sri Radha Krishna. That is a constitutional position of all the living entities. Hare Krishna, I think we have taken the time. So this Vamandev pastime is so sweet because so sweet. The beginning is sweet, the middle is sweet, and the end is also sweet. Hare Krishna. So I think we'll stop now. Hare Krishna. Thank you for your patient listening and this opportunity to speak something which you all already know. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for this wonderful class, as always. Very, very wonderful class, and you give so many insights for Vamandev Pacham. That was really very helpful to cope up, like what is happening in the past time for the current portion. And you brought out what are all the inner pastimes of means like in Bali Maharaj, like who are all involved, like Kashyapa Muni, Aditi, and Shukracharya. And mostly you said who is a hero and how Bali is a hero. So that was also very good, Prabhu. Thank you so much. And at last, you gave a nice start for Nityananda Triyodashi also. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for that. And yes, we have hand raise here. You can go ahead. Hare Krishna. So, Pitambar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisance.
Hare
All
Krishna.
glories to Prabhupada. Dandavat pranam to you. Prabhu, what a wonderful explanation of the sweet pastime of Vamanadev and Bali Maharaj. As Mataji said, not only the pastime, but also the nuances you brought out. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the class. So, Prabhu, I've got just one quick question. We all know that the third name offense to the holy name is to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Here we can see Bali Maharaj disobeyed the spiritual master. And I was just wondering, what is the higher principle Bali Maharaj wants to establish or give through his pastime to us by disobeying the orders of the spiritual master, going against the third name offense? If you can enlighten, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Yes, the Shastras again and again they tell that only by the grace of spiritual master one can get Krishna. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado yasya prasadat nagati kutopi. And just like one perform devotion service unto the Supreme Lord, same way one should perform devotion, one should be devoted to spiritual master. Tassaiva hadita hyatta prakashante matmana. Yatha deve tatha guru. One should worship the spiritual master. But here Bali Maharaj disobeying spiritual master is in a different category. So here Guru can be of different varieties. Guru, Upadhyaya, Acharya, various names are there. A teacher can also be called as Guru. So when a teacher means he who teaches anything in our life, respect has to be given. Even somebody taught us how to ride a bicycle. Somebody taught us how to fold a cloth. That person has to be respected to that as a guru of that particular subject. So respect has to be given to that level. But at the same time, a person who teaches us the pure devotion service, that is esteem, respect has to be given. So in that side, Shukracharya is a guru, but he is not guru to the level of teaching pure devotion service. So when it comes to pure devotion service, one has to reject the other lower rungs of instruction. So in that sense, Bali Maharaj rejecting Shukracharya is considered proper. that's not equal to disrespecting spiritual master who is teaching pure devotion service. Even like 4 Kumaras disobeyed Brahma, who is pure devotee, who is told them that you should progenate, you should bring forth kids, children, but and that is not considered an offense against devotional service. Rather, it is glorified. Though such kind of disrespect may have some kind of consequences, but the consequences are taken care by Krishna himself. Like 4 Kumaras disobeyed, but Brahma became angry and Shiva came out. So that has been taken care. Here Shukracharya became disappointed, and Bali Maharaj underwent the curse of Shukracharya, that he lost everything. As Shukracharya says that because of disobeying me, you will lose everything, you will go to hell. Can you imagine? And that did happen. He went to Sutala planet and he lost everything. But then Lord protects that his devotee and gave opulences in a hellish planet, and Lord himself was there as a doorkeeper. So in that way, they were protected. So offense to spiritual master, who is a pure devotee, is different than neglecting a guru who is not supporting the pure devotion service. So we should not imitate it, but in principle we understand that Bali Maharaj rejecting Shukracharya is not offense to pure devotee or negligence of principle of not respecting spiritual master. Rather, it is he has followed the pure devotional principle that one should reject even the guru if he is going against the pure devotional service. Is that Prabhuji?
What a wonderful explanation, Prabhu. Such a wonderful explanation. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Prabhu. My downwards to you for the clarification. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hey, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Radha Jyoti Mataji, please go ahead with the question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for allowing me to ask the question. My humble obeisances to you. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances at dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for your wonderful teachings today, Prabhuji. I wanted to know, did Bali Maharaj pray to Lord or prayed when he lost everything? Did he repent or lamented and prayed to Lord? And after surrendering, like when he completely surrendered, still he asked anything from the Lord because he got so much of what he didn't even thought of. So could you please teach on this? And I have two more questions.
Well, after Vamandev takes everything away from Bali Maharaj, Bali Maharaj's disposition is that of gratitude, and he begged. He himself felt that he is guilty, that he could not fulfill his promise, and he offered, instead of asking anything from the Lord, he offered his own head to the Lord. So that is a disposition of Bali. And further chapters, you will be seeing what Bali Maharaj spoke and what Vamandev spoke in details in forthcoming chapters. So that will be like in the pipeline, you will get in a more sweeter way. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, you mentioned, you mentioned about, you made a statement that if one is happy in his devotional service, the grace he receives the mercy or of Nityananda Prabhu. So my question to you is, if say one follower gets some mercy, then how he should reciprocate to Nityananda Prabhu?
Well, his Jananyasru asked this question once, that how do you know a person have got Nityananda Prabhu's grace? He was asking us a question. And many people answered many things. Then finally, Jananyasru said that one can understand that a devotee have received Nityananda Prabhu's grace if the devotee is happy performing devotional service. So if somebody is happily performing devotional service, that means they got Nityananda Prabhu's grace. That means what? That when we get Nityananda Prabhu's grace, we can perform devotional service in a happy mood. So is it unhappy devotional service is also there? What does it mean? That means that even a person becomes a devotee, still there are some kind of unhappiness in the heart. Why? Because of aparad, comparing oneself with others, or finding fault with others, becoming envious of others, rather than seeing what one person have, he sees somebody else what they have, and these kinds of allurement towards to the unnecessary things. And you say there are hundreds of reasons to become miserable while performing bhakti also. But actually speaking, when we really think about what we received, that is we can even faint in ecstasy actually. What we have received, that we received the holy name, and we have got spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and we have got seva. So other than this three, there is nothing. Of course, we have got some food to eat, some place to sleep, some clothes to wear. So the material needs are, even if you have the bare minimum material necessities, our life is taken care. And spiritual needs is concerned that we have got holy name, we got guru, and we have got seva. So material needs are there, spiritual needs are taken care. What else we need? But still mind is so terrible that it makes always some kind of something it brings out and makes people unhappy. So one can be happy and grateful to the Lord that we don't lack anything, we have everything. Only worry if you want to be miserable, if you want to become worried, if you want to be unhappy, there is also opportunities given. That opportunity is that people in this world are suffering. So without knowing these things, without having these things, spiritual master, holy name, and seva, and there this unfortunate situation can give worry to us. So one can be worried or unhappy for others' misery, but there is no need to be worried or unhappy for one's own existence, because we got everything. What we got? Spiritual master, holy name, and seva. So, of course, vayam trutyam uttama shloka vikrame yashnvata vrasajnane swadu pade pade. Vayam tuna vitrutyama, that we are not satisfied. We want to hear, we want to get more and more. That is like there is no satiation, or there is no stagnancy in devotional service. You want to get more and more. That is different thing. So we want to chant more, we want to do seva more, we want to read more, hear more. That kind of dissatisfaction in our position, that is fine. But there is no need to become miserable or despondent or depressive or about one's own life, because if we can really understand what we got, we will become very grateful, and we become very grateful to Nityananda Prabhu, very grateful to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the devotees, that what a treasure that we have received, and that gratefulness will make us happy, and that happiness will give us more impetus to perform more seva. And when we see others don't have this fortune, then we will become that impel us to become compassionate, and that will make us unhappy, and that unhappiness means compassion. That compassion will impel us to give these gifts to everybody else who doesn't have. Does that make sense, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, so all the devotional service that are assigned are by Srimati Radharani. Is my understanding correct?
Yes, one can approach the spiritual master as a representative of either Balaram or Srimati Radharani. Yes, Mataji.
And Prabhuji, I was reading Nectar of Devotion, so there are qualities of Lord. Is there any specific book or any book where the qualities are described in details about his personality as well?
Whose personality?
In Nectar of Devotion, the Lord qualities are described.
Yes.
And Krishna book also we read, but I wanted much more in detail, like which book I should prefer. Could you please teach on this?
Nectar Devotion is the right book that has the description of the Krishna's qualities.
Okay, Prabhuji. And there is also a Sanskrit version of Nectar of Devotion, right? Is there any book which compiles the Sanskrit and the English? Because Srila Prabhupada's book doesn't have the explanation of the Sanskrit verses and the explanation of it.
Srila Prabhupada is
That
Nectar of Devotion is a condensed version of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. The full book is, I think there are some translations available. So the full book is different. That has, I think Bhanu Maharaja translated, some other translation might be available. So
where
that
I'll
has,
get that? The Sanskrit version.
Bhanu Maharaj book, I think you can get it in Chennai. You have to contact Chennai ISKCON temple or some context there. He is publishing his books over there.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, and eternally grateful to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So very wonderful question and answer session. So, Prabhuji, I don't see any more hand raise or questions in the chat box. So, with your permission, we can end the session here, Prabhu. It was really very wonderful class and very wonderful Q&A session also. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vanchakalpatarupesha Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is Nityananda ki jai.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Thank you so much.
It was great to see you tomorrow. Hare
Join the
Krishna.
call.